we're gonna do exactly what she did, so we'll pick a caregiver. So I'll
Do
be
you
the
want to have
caregiver, you
dementia?
can be the
Or
dementia.
do you want me to
person.
I'll give you dementia. I'm very close to it.
I'll be dementia.
And we're gonna change our turn, we'll take turns anyway, but just so that you know, so dementia, clients, put your hands behind your back, close your eyes. All right, and do you guys wanna watch what I'm doing first, or?
Okay.
Haley?
I would be good dementia.
It's not comforting.
No, go ahead and try it.
Yeah, I like it. I would be very confident.
All right, let's switch it up.
Oh, okay.
It just feels odd because they,
Eyes closed. Yeah.
because
Not
you
everybody.
can't see them.
It's not comforting.
No.
Even doing it
Don't
to
know
you,
what
it's
they're
not
gonna do.
comforting to
Yeah.
me because I know you don't know where I'm
Yes.
going
Yeah.
next, and
Exactly. Okay, go ahead, sit down. Okay, so-
Feels odd.
What happened for you?
No, it's true, like, I like it personally, because I don't have dementia, so you don't know how I would feel, right?
Right, so how did it make you feel?
Make me feel good, I love it.
Somebody touch you.
Well, so was everybody comfortable with that?
no.
I think that maybe we're more comfortable because we do these things in the workplace. But
Right.
for someone with dementia, they're going to feel like they don't know you and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
That's why I'm not comfortable with it, because I'm thinking about how they're thinking.
yeah, on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but I find too, a lot of dementia people like to feel the touch.
Yeah.
Because my uncle has dementia, and when I go downstairs, because they're in our basement apartment, and when I go down, like he likes to hug and somebody to hug him and touch him. And
but does he see you coming with
Yeah.
his, like he got the visual first, right?
Yeah.
So when you had your hands behind your back and your eyes closed, and somebody was touching you, what did you feel yourself wanting to do?
Smack them.
You know, stuff.
Yeah, like kind of push away, right? Like this,
Personal space.
I know when you got me here, and I knew what you were doing.
Yeah, still though.
Yeah, because I wasn't expecting, I guess I'm ticklish there. What do you think you would feel like if you had dementia when that happened? Yeah, scared, yeah. How does this apply to people with dementia when we're trying to help them do things?
We have to communicate to them before doing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
have them understand.
Yeah.
If possible.
And so, do you think that it's true that we often do to people instead of doing with them,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Very much so.
I know.
Time constraints can happen.
Right, which is unfortunate.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
right, like it's the person you want to.
I'm wondering,
But for them.
Well, that's right,
Yeah.
that's what they do, they look down to see what's touching them,
Yeah.
and then you can grab their attention that way, right, because they're
I understand the point.
Yeah.
right, so you wanna go ahead and switch?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not looking nowhere.
You're gonna be
sister.
looking around, looking around.
Yeah, you're
Right, right, so,
It's inside, though. So, this one is going.
I got somebody I practice on every day.
so we're gonna show them with our hand under hand exactly what we want them. So we pump them, we have their attention, right, so
Yeah.
you're doing it, so you're doing it yourself, right?
So
So,
learn how to brush maybe.
so I can help you here,
And
I
then
can
I'll do a
help
button.
you here, you're doing it, and you're seeing, you got the visual, right?
Let's pull up the pants.
Here.
Okay.
Oh,
Very good. Okay.
sure.
Your turn.
But I wonder if that works with everyone.
It
Because there are
probably won't.
some people who won't let you touch it.
That's right. But that's what I'm saying, so it's not gonna work with everyone, it's not gonna work with the same people all the time, but it's
Your
just
hands.
another tool that could possibly help, right?
And then
Because,
you
and in
do
addition
stuff.
to that,
Yeah.
some of their minds can't do it themselves. So you're helping them continue on with that independence that they don't have, right? Go ahead, try.
Yeah, helpful and
Yeah.
with, yeah.
Okay.
Why do I feel like I have to do the
Because
word every
I'm,
time?
you're actually, so I normally go to the right.
Yeah.
You can go to my left, because I'm looking at it anyway, so, whatever
Yeah.
is comfortable for you starting out, right? So,
Something on your hands here, let's run.
yeah.
Yeah, I would have to figure it out with the clients.
Yeah.
Like if I, because they might have dexterity.
See, you're gonna have,
Yeah, but
so you have me under
it
here,
would be an avenue to take someone that's further.
you're supporting me, right? So you hold me
How's your,
these
is it
two.
your dad?
These are your
Oh,
cell
no,
phones.
no,
So
no.
you
Yeah,
can fix my shirt.
Okay.
I'm still fixing my own shirt, right?
Okay.
I can fix my hair.
Well, it is
open up your
important.
hand.
I'm still holding, yeah,
Right.
Good.
right? Because you can still squeeze when I'm, if I'm looking away, right? You can still hold my hand. So,
Mm.
Sometimes you forget.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Sometimes you can start.
is someone here? Can I sit here? You can. All right, so let's do a quick review of what's normal aging, so that we can sleep tonight. So can't recall a word, so if they describe the word, it will get it to pop. Give people time to process more information, go slowly. They're slower to think or slower to do, may hesitate more, likely to look before they leap, will know the person but not the name, may pause when word finding. New data will remind of old data. Why do you think there's such a misunderstanding around normal aging?
Don't look at me.
I'm looking at everybody.
Lack of education.
Right.
Ignorance mostly.
What is
I
it?
think ignorance.
Yes. I mean, and we're
Towards
all,
everybody.
and probably we might be a little bit frightened,
Mhm.
right? I mean, it's normal. What are some features of normal aging that can create friction, stress, or problems between people who are trying to interact and help each other?
My daughter.
Your daughter, just your daughter?
Yeah, she thinks that I should move with her.
Oh,
Yeah.
fast enough
for her.
but what
no.
features? Why does she think that?
I
Like,
don't know. When I went over there, she just, oh, Mom, you should move. You're getting older and that job.
Oh, so you
I
put your,
said,
like,
oh,
no.
yeah. I said, hold on just a second.
You
No,
can,
no.
now you can tell her it's normal.
Yeah.
I
How-
tell my daddy has dementia all the time. I'm joking.
You can now tell them it's normal, normal aging. How has learning about your brain and how it works affect your thinking?
It's nice to know.
It's nice to know how the connections all work together.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Better described here.
it's very like, to me, like as you're watching, it's like,
Make me feel better.
right. It's
No,
kind
honestly.
of, I don't want to say obvious, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
obvious, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's making me feel worse because it's talking about normal aging, and I'm like, I'm too young
to be
to
aging.
be going through these things.
Oh, so I wasn't alone.
I always remember the first letter of something when I forget it.
I
And when she
was
said
not-
that, I was like, oh my gosh, it's me 10 times a day.
But
Well-
dementia, you don't have to be old to have dementia.
No,
One
no,
of my
no.
neighbor, 34 years old.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
But this is all
It's in nursing
normal,
home now,
right?
yeah.
And there's other variables, right, that will affect what's happening to you. So
I don't
just to
know.
recap, how should you greet somebody?
Not by touching.
Well, no, but like, hi Jessica, it's Jennifer.
No, hi, honey.
Right. Right, and why don't we do that, like,
Because
right?
I think we don't pay attention. We really don't, I can speak for myself. I just don't pay attention to people's names.
Right,
No,
no,
I
but
think
it
you
is,
greet someone and introduce yourself, start with your name, so they're not sitting there looking for your name.
right, even if it's somebody that you know, right, and that knows you, right? Like,
Yeah.
even what she said was like, which one am I? I've seen that, I'm pretty sure I've done that,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So, but when it's like, why would anybody do that?
It drives me
But
nuts
a lot
when you
of
see
times
that
when you're
somewhere.
not in contact with people for a long time, especially your friends, when they call you
That's
on the
right.
phone, you say,
Yeah.
okay. well, you remember, yeah, okay. I mean, I do the same thing.
Right. But she's, you know.
And then I say to myself, the hell was wrong?
But it's
Am I
not,
listening?
but that's the thing too.
You know,
Her biggest thing she says is that we have to change us, right? So that's what we can change, right? So, and we know how, you know how that felt. So, and you don't have dementia, so can you imagine if they're constantly feeling that, you know, so, yeah, crazy. What was not normal?
Doesn't remember it.
So things like, unable to find, she couldn't remember who's Margaret. She couldn't remember, the toilet paper. She couldn't, the filter about the bathing suit.
No, none.
Anything else? What was different from the first scenario versus the second scenario? Denial.
Just forgetting she's making stuff up and then,
Yeah.
Making stuff up to account for what happened.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know how that feels.
yeah.
My scissor, I don't know where I put it.
And it's
So,
funny because she remember all the pictures,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
so it's like short memory, very short. Like,
Yeah.
They remember everything from the past,
that's
but
right.
they don't remember nothing in the present.
That's right, yeah.
Mm.
So let's go ahead and compare to her list. So unable to think the same, unable to do as I did before, unable to start tasks, we'll get stuck in a moment of time, we've seen that. Unable to think things through, successfully recall a person's identity. Words won't come even with visual, verbal, or touch cues. Confused about past and present. Personality and or behaviors will be different. All right. So, are you guys comfortable recognizing the difference between normal and not normal?
I see.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable do you think you'd be? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's all new, right? It's all stuff that's in there, right? It's just now it's on paper. What are some key things to look for, listen for, and consider that would help you tell the difference?
Oh, I think the difference is magnificent, like big difference.
What would you look for?
Behavior. I always look for
Being
behavior.
different,
yeah.
Always. I always watch the face.
Yeah.
And I see the confusion.
So facial expressions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And what did you say, Jessica?
I forget.
I actually have a client. I actually have a client once, and I never had this before, and so far I never had it after. When he started the conversation, he will start, well, hello, that, and this what the conversation goes on, and like showing me things,
Yeah.
you know. So I had a problem for the first couple of days. I had a problem to kind of understand.
two together.
But yeah, but I don't know. After a couple of days, I knew exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the words wouldn't come out.
So aside from confusion, like facial expressions, what else do you think that you could look for not normal aging?
Behavior for sure.
Yeah.
Behavior.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I found that my clients with Alzheimer's, they look for something and then they stop and are confused and like, it's not normal.
Yeah.
It's not normal,
Yeah.
you know, but they don't want to tell you.
Right, but you can see it
But
in their
I can see
facial.
it, yes.
Again.
I can see it.
Yeah.
And even when they are not diagnosed with dementia, I know something is up, something is there, something's not
And
right.
like we said earlier, just because it's not normal doesn't necessarily mean that it's, but it is something to
Mhm.
kind of
Mhm.
bring to, somebody's
Mhm.
attention and potentially get checked out.
Yeah.
Some people don't have a filter even though they don't have dementia as well.
That's right. I mean, there's people, 20-year-olds that don't have a filter, right? So,
Well, even older, if they want to be like that.
what is it?
Anyone who wants to be like that is like that.
Right, right. So, do you guys have any situations that you're able to think of, that you're able to look, I'm sure you all do it with your clients, that you're able to kind of look for normal versus not normal aging?
Like denial and the aggression part. I had a client recently who would like blow up eggs on the stove and then say, "Oh, you must have done that. I wouldn't do that."
Well, obviously it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, can we take a picture of that on our phone?
Okay, so the very last thing is, so what you just talked about was, I need something. Somebody with dementia says, I need something, and you say, what do you need, right? So she says, the thing that I can't do, you just asked me what it is. What would be a better response?
Okay,
So
That's what I would
I
say.
need something, you say, okay.
okay.
Would you like
I usually say, well, when you think about it, just let me know.
Yeah, or you could say something like, is it something, are you cold or are you hungry?
Try to
Are,
investigate.
right, like do
Yeah.
close-ended questions, choices, two choices,
Yeah.
right? So are you this or are you that? Is it this or is it that, right? So you're kind of narrowing it down, and you would know whether they're just saying, oh, I need something.
No, usually water, because I usually give them a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I only agree that they need something.
Yeah.
And usually, maybe drink, yeah, that is good.
Or
idea.
something sweet or something
Yeah.
salty, right? Like, so to kind of give them choices, to kind of narrow down, because it's so vague. I mean, when she just did this,
Yeah.
right, like that speaks
Merry-go-round,
volumes,
yeah.
right? It
Oh,
speaks
it made
volumes,
sense.
right? So you're losing that noun, and it's so huge, you have no idea what's in there. So I need something in this big circle, and what do you need? I don't know, it's in this big circle, right?
Yeah.
So it's very visual. When I seen that, I was like, that's so visual. So that's it for the training.
Really?